going to be how to replace the radiator in a 2007.5 and newer. I know that there's some 5.9s in there somewhere that are just like this with the 6.7s. So the first step is you need to take the condenser and take those 4 bolts out. There's 2 right there on the intercooler and 2 right there, and you need to pick it up and twist it up out of the way. And I have a piece of wire holding it up there on the hood that holds the grill on. Once you have that out of the way, there's 2 3/8. There's one there, and there's another one right there. And after you get those out, the intercooler is almost ready to come out. You have to take these clamps off for the intercooler. They're just a 7/16. And then you have to stick a screwdriver in where the rubber piece is to break the rubber free from the aluminum on both sides. And then, let me see if I can show you in here. Yes, there it is right there. Let me turn the light on. Let's see if that makes it better. No. No, not really. Alright, so there's a little bracket right here on the intercooler that holds the intercooler from this bar. There's a bar right here, so you have to lift up and then pull it back or towards you, and it'll come right off. So let me do that, and I will be right back. Alright, so the intercooler is out, and now I'll be able to show you. Well, actually, you're right. It's not a bar. It's part of the frame. The intercooler is sat right here and has a little hook on it, just like that sits right there. It is right here, right there on that. Next step would be to take the I think this is the transmission cooler. You need to undo those two bolts and then slip it up and out of the radiator mounts. And let me make sure this radiator over here that's going on there, yes, it does. It has those mounts right there for the transmission cooler. I do believe that is a transmission cooler. You can get this radiator on Amazon for $199. It is made in China. I have one on my F-150 sitting right out there. No leaks. It's doing pretty good so far. So yeah, I'm going to take the transmission cooler off, and I will be right back. And then the next step will be to take the radiator out. So before you take the transmission cooler off, you have to lift this pipe up right here, and there's a little bracket right down here. Here, hold on. Gotta go handheld here for a second. There's a little bracket right there. You can see it right under the 2 transmission lines. And you gotta pop those out before you can pick this up and out. Even though I'm trying hard to do it with one hand. Pick this up and just set it right there. You just gotta get it off the radiator. It's sitting right there on the plastic. And now, well, let me figure this out and I'll come back. Okay, so to get the radiator out, you have to take the 2 pre-intercooler and post-intercooler tubes off. This one is a little hard to get to because you can't really press down to get it off the I do believe that's a throttle body. Yeah, there's a blade in there. It's wide open. You can't push down on it to get the boot off. So you have to wrestle around in there and push down and scrape your arm on some stuff down there and eventually pull that out here. This one is just, well, it's quite easy. It's just a straight shot. You can see you gotta get right up in there, but it's a little hard to get to this part right here because you can't get a screwdriver in from that way because it's too long, because you can't get your arm in there. So I'm gonna get one of these and kind of pry it that way. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so what I have done so far is I have taken these bolts off right here. I've taken the mounts off right here with the rubber pieces, and I put them in the new radiator over there. I've taken the power steering cooler off, which is that bracket which goes right there. And there's another one on this side which is right there. and I've taken the hoses off. I do believe you're gonna have to take the fan out, or take the fan off to get the radiator out. Or, that might be exactly what I do, is take this cross member off right here. I will take this cross member off and do it that way, because that is going to be way easier. Hopefully those nuts in there are captured. It doesn't feel like it, but we'll see. That cross member is coming off, because that is going to be a way easier to take the radiator out and then trying to take the fan off and all that shrouding over there. So that is what I'm going to do, and I will be right back. Okay, I have the radiator out. I'll tell you right now, that is a pain in the ass to get that damn thing out. And on a side note, this is the biggest radiator fan I've ever seen. It is just massive. I mean, I could put my whole arm down there and my shoulders past the shroud here. So to get it out of here, there's little tabs on this radiator down here. Well, I don't really want to show y'all because I'm going to dump radiator fluid everywhere. See those tabs down there on the bottom? Those, you have to get those past this cross member right here. And that's a pain in the ass because this is on there, it's pressing against the fan. You gotta wiggle it out of there, and then that side of the mount on the transmission, on the transmission cooler, on the radiator, gets caught right here, and then you don't have any room to push it over this way, so you have to lift it up past that, set it on this, work this side up, and then you can get it out. Oh. Another tip while you're down here is you might as well replace the belt and the idler that you can't even see. It's that right there, I do believe. And on ours, you can see the belt. It's getting eaten up by the water pump right there, because that's got some rubber on the water pump there. It's gonna be a pain in the ass if you want to take this fan off, because we can, on my truck at least, I could get a crescent wrench on it to break it free. On this, you can't. You need a special tool. You can go to Harbor Freight and get those. No, that might be the pulley. Never mind. Scratch that. So yeah, and then you just put it back the way you just took it off. I also recommend putting all the bolts in a jar. And do not do this job without taking that cross member off. You've got to take that cross member off. It makes life so much easier. So yeah, that is it for this video. I don't know what I'll be doing next. I should have taken a video of the Land Rover, my dad's Land Rover that I just did, and replaced ignition coils on that, and that's a pain in the ass too, because you have to take the intake manifold off. And if you want to change wires, you have to get your hand back there where the coils are and pull them off, because the wires go in like this on the coil. Then you have the wires that go off around to the 8 cylinders. So, yeah. I will see you in the next video. I don't know when that will be, and I don't know what it will be on. So, until next time.